Hello, coaches, queens, awesome spiritual leaders. How are you? This is Fatima, and this is the Million Stars Show. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come say hello. Tell me where you're checking in from. Tell me what's going on in your life right now. And we are live. We are happening. This is the Million Star Show. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to run and go plug in my laptop because sometimes I can't really see your comments and your questions on my phone because sometimes Facebook gets a bit funny. So I want to make sure that you have my undivided attention and you are here with me. We've got an amazing, amazing topic today. We're talking about rules and women, and are you still following old rules? Have you created new rules? Let's talk about rules in your life and the roles that they play in your life. I'm going to tag some of my friends here, and let's see, where's everybody? Come online. Hello, all my amazing friends. Come on, say hello to me. Tell me where you are. Tell me what's going on in your life. And let's get the show started. You know me, we want to get right into the thing. Let's just start talking about rules and tell me about rules that you have followed, things that have worked and not worked in your own life. And I want to know, you know me, I'm really curious. I want to know the rules, and we're going to talk about my own rules that I have followed in my life. And let's get this conversation started. Okay. Yay, here we go. All my people are showing up. Ta-da-ta-da. Hello, my darlings. I'm logging into my computer. So that way I can make sure that I can see. Because yesterday I know that we were inside of the academy and I still couldn't see the names in there. So Habiba's here, Firdos is here, Lisa's here. The queens are arriving on the red carpet. And hello, hello, come say hello. Yay, look at all my lovelies are arriving here. Okay, fantastic. So now, Soha's here, Lisa, internet's working. What? Oh my gosh. I mean, that's what life has come to. If the internet is working, we are happening. Yay. Okay. Salam Firdos. Lisa, Habiba. Look at all the queens here. So let's get right into the topic here. Okay. And Soha. Yes, Soha made it. I'm so excited. I'll tell you, things are happening. It's abundance. Today is an abundant day. Everything's working. Oh my gosh. It is awesome. It's amazing, extraordinary, and you are so in the right place. You want to be on this show. You want to join the other queens that are making a difference in the world. And we're talking about rules today. Rules. The rules you learned as a child, the rules you learned in kindergarten, in nursery school, in grade school, all the different rules that you learned. Okay, so let's start with what kind of rules did we learn? What are the rules that we learned? Okay, and I want you to really interact and tell me all the rules that you learned as a child. And I'll start labeling and telling you all the rules that I learned. And if you want to type them in the comments, go right ahead. So some of the rules that I learned, and I'm thinking now, right now, as when I was a child, is you're a girl, so don't sit like that. Okay, so boys can sit any which way, and you know, but if you're a girl, sit properly, close your legs, cross your legs. Little girls are seen and not heard, so keep your voice down. Don't talk so loud. What other rules? You have to be an obedient child. You have to be good. You have to listen. Rules are only speak when you're spoken to. Lisa says, sit down and be quiet. You can't learn if you are talking. Yeah, right? That's another good one. What other rules did you learn? As be proper. Like, just be proper. Another rule is stop asking for so many things. Be sincere. Be grateful. Be grateful. Never tell your name on the phone. Okay, that's a good one. Lisa, get good grades. Fariha, never talk to strangers. Don't talk to strangers. Yup, that's a rule. That's a good rule. Okay. Another rule. What other rules did we learn? Oh yes, my mother said to me as I was growing up and I was a teenager, don't be loud, Shiam. Don't be loud. Okay. What is it? Sit in the alphabetical order. Oh my God. I remember growing up, we had corporal punishment. So if we spoke or we were out of line, all the teachers had canes and they would whack us any which way they could. If we were late, the principal got all his frustrations out on us and he would hit us on our hand. Girls don't whistle, right? Come home early. Right, I know. Come home early. Oh my God. Okay. Another rule was, what is it? My brother could do athletics and ride the bike. We had to read books. So girls would read books and girls were academic, but boys could be athletic. Always act like a lady. Walk up straight. Oh my God. Walk up straight. Be proper. Like, don't laugh out loud. Don't act a certain way. Get out of the sun. Oh my God, get out of the sun because you don't want to get dark. That's so hilarious. Girls shouldn't play outside. Yeah, we had that one too. Girls don't play outside, so come inside and be proper. And you can either learn to cook in the kitchen or read a book, right? All of that thing. So, Habiba, don't laugh too much. Okay, so these are some of the rules we learned when we were little, right? We were little. So now I want you to go a little bit older and I want you to go from grade school. So this is a grade school and what you're learning. So I want you to go a little bit older now. Now you are in high school. Things are changing in your body, or you're going off to university or college, or you got your first job. Okay, so I want you to go to that piece now. You're a little bit older, okay, as a young adult or a teenager. What are the new rules now that have been enforced on you? So you had all of those rules, and now there's going to be new rules, like you got your first job. Okay, what were the rules in a job? What were the rules at university? What were the rules in college? What were the rules in high school? Okay, my mom sat down with me and had that sex talk with me, and this was the entire sex talk, and I'm about to share with you. Lisa says, get good grades so you could get a good job. And Lisa says, work hard. My mom said, this was her whole sex talk. You ready? It's gonna take a while. She said, if you find a guy that you like, don't go behind a bush. Bring him home. That was the whole talk. The entire talk was that. If you find a guy, don't go behind a bush. Bring him home. Okay? So be respectful and don't argue. Right? Be respectful. Be focused. What about being professional? Faria's laughing at my whole mother's sex talk with me. Yep, that was her whole conversation with me. And so, what were the rules you learned in school? Like when you were at your job, did you have to be a certain way? Did you have to be professional? Did you have to have some kind of demeanor? Did you have to act a certain way, right? Why would you go out for coffee when you can have coffee at home? Right? Okay, that's another, yeah. Why would you go out for coffee? Why you want to spend money outside? You can have something at home. More rules that are coming, right? Rules when you were around men. Let's say you were in a corporate situation and majority of people in corporate are males. So 70 to 80% are males and there are few women. What were the rules for a woman? List to your teacher because they know it all. Otherwise they wouldn't be. Listen to your teacher, right? Listen to your teacher. Listen to your parents. Listen to authority. Authority knows and you don't know. Okay? And so what about rules for a woman, right? What kind of rules did we learn about women and men? What kind of rules did we learn about fathers and uncles and grandfathers? What kind of rules did we learn about sisters versus brothers? What kind of rules did we learn about males versus females? What kind of rules did society teach us? What kind of things did we learn in magazines about boys and girls? What were boys allowed to do and girls were not? What kind of money were boys allowed to make and girls weren't? What were the roles we were supposed to go in? What were the expectation? And then the rules connected to the expectation of, are you a male? Are you a female? And how did that show up in our life? Don't have confrontation. Oh my God. Women ought to be home barefoot and pregnant, Lisa. Wow, Lisa, didn't you and I follow that rule? Okay. Yeah. So you know what? That's how it was, right? And you think about it and you think about the rules. Women are to be in the kitchen. Okay. Only boys can work outside. Boys are free to travel. Okay. Even though my father was really big on university, that we had to work really, really hard, I found that there were a lot of women in my circle that there was an unwritten rule that why do you need to go to university anyway? Because all you're going to do with your certificate is put it on the wall because you're going to end up barefoot and pregnant. Boys can be home late. Girls have to be before sunset. Only boys get the big bucks. And it's funny because in Hollywood, it's still happening. Only the boys are getting the big bucks. Okay. How can you eat without your brother? Oh my God. Yeah. So you've got to be hungry. Wait for him to come home and serve him. I know growing up, my grandparents had 14 kids and all the celebrations happened at their house. Boys need professional education. And so there were all these men. My grandparents had 9 sons and 5 daughters. So I've got 9 uncles just on my mother's side. And when celebrations happened, marry a rich one because he'll take care of you. Oh my God. Oh my God. I tell you, these rules. And you know what? Here's the interesting thing. It doesn't matter what faith, religion, race, ethnicity, or financial bracket, or whatever, we all have experienced similar rules. And so in my grandparents' house with 9 brothers, 5 sisters, and the brothers were getting married, we were one of the youngest cousins. When celebrations happened in my grandmother's house, the way they fed everybody, where the men got fed first, then the daughter-in-laws and the daughters, then the kids. So by the time they got to us, there was hardly any food left. And you never ever ate before the men ate. You never ever ate before the older women ate. And there was this hierarchy that we were taught. And it's such an interesting phenomena how this whole thing works on the rules. Now, we've talked about the rules and we now have put out all the rules. Now I want to ask you this question. How are those rules still playing a significant role in your life today? How are those rules that you learned as a child and as a teenager and as a young woman still running your life today? So when you're out there and you're making a video, how does it show up? How does it show up when you've got to be proper and professional? How does it show up when you need to go on a sales call and your old rule is playing, saying don't talk to strangers? How is it still playing when you are out there making an offer and you're afraid of asking for your money? You're afraid of making your offer because only boys make the big bucks. How are you when you have to go out networking and fly to another country and go speaking when there's an old unwritten rule inside of you that says don't stay out late? Don't do this. Don't be loud. Don't laugh. Don't do this. Don't do that. There's like 101 rules that you learned as a child and as a young person and as a teenager that is still showing up and running your life today. And just like your iPhone or your Android or your Huawei or whatever phone you have, your phone sends you messages every single few weeks and few months to say it's time for an upgrade. And here you are still running your life with the program for what you were born. Your program is 20 and 30 and 40 years old, and you've just keep adding new outdated programs from the time you were a child, then you were 10, then you were 15, then you were 20. Every few years you added another program that you never upgraded. You never really sat down and said, wow, what is happening with that program? Do I still need it? Is it still working for me? Right? Like today, for example, I don't have to worry about talking to strangers. I talk loud. I'm very loud. I'm so fully self-expressed. I speak to strangers. I stay out late. I make more money than the boys. How many rules did I need to break to actually get to this point where I say, I get to make my own rules every single day, and I get to choose to eliminate and upgrade all the rules that are no longer working? Oh my God. So how do you do that? You start looking at all the rules like you did. You just made a list of all the rules that you were told, and there's a piece still inside of you that's running in your unconscious mind. Okay? And so I can show you, hey, you know what? Here's what you can do. Do this, do this, do this. Make a video, call somebody, make a consult, phone this person, do this. But when your programs are running you on the old, outdated rules, 80% of your results are in your programming. 80% of your results are in what you learned as a child and as a young person. Hi, Ranjini. How are you? Okay, so I want to tell you a story, and I've got two stories. I've got an elephant story and a lion story. And actually, it's a tiger in a cage. And I'm going to tell you the story about the tiger in the cage, and I'll leave the elephant one for another day. So there was a tiger in a zoo, and he was obviously caught. He was born out of captivity, and he was caught. And they had him in a zoo. And what happened was the zoo was actually shutting down their tiger exhibit. So they sold the tiger to another zoo that had a huge exhibit. It was really beautiful. They were building it, and the tiger would have all of the space. So what they did was, while it was being built, they took the tiger and they put the tiger in a cage, okay? And they were transporting it. Now what happened was, when they were on their way to transporting it, they got to the other side. They realized that the exhibit wasn't ready. They needed a few more months to get this exhibit ready for the tiger. And so the tiger spent almost a year in this cage, you know, in this little small cage, which was, I think it was about 10 feet by 4 feet. Okay, if you can change that into meters. And so they spent a year there. The tiger was fed and taken care of and all of that stuff. And when the exhibit was ready, they had this big opening and everybody was incredibly excited, and they lowered the cage inside of the exhibit. And they were so excited. They had food and playthings and lots of things to stimulate the tiger. And they even brought in an animal psychologist, and they were even going to bring in some live prey to teach the tiger how to hunt as if it was in its natural setting. It was set. News was there. TV reporters were there. It was an extraordinary day. And they lowered the cage and they opened it all up. And the tiger came out. And the tiger is looking around, and everyone is like giving a huge applause. It was history in the making. Okay, and the tiger kind of walked around and he was looking around. The next day when they woke up, the lion woke up, and the animal trainers and people that take care, the caretakers and everything woke up. And when they saw the tiger, I apologize. The tiger was walking in a circle, just going around in a circle over and over and over again. And every day they would wake up, and every day the tiger would go to sleep in the same spot. They would wake up and he would walk in the circle all day. And he did that for the rest of his life. And that's how the tiger died. You see, in his mind, even though they had made this huge sanctuary for him, and they were live animals running around, and he could go anywhere he wanted. He could hunt, he could get all this food, exercise, physical stimulation, mental stimulation. In his mind, the tiger thought he only had that 6x4 or 10x4, 10x6 space, that the size of the cage. And he just continued to walk in that circle, in that space that he thought he had. Now, I ask you this question. What's the difference between the tiger in his mind and you? You have this entire world and everyone on Facebook and all of these people ready to buy from you, ready to make a difference, ready to invest in themselves, ready to get a coach, ready. And what do you say to yourself in your mind? Okay, Anne says, how sad, I will not be that tiger. But in his mind, that's what he thought. And so what do you believe about yourself that is not true? What do you believe about yourself that keeps you locked into that tiny little cage where you can't even see what's out there? You can't even see the abundance that God has written for you, because you're so caught up in your old rules and your old thoughts and all of your primitive poverty thinking that you think you are that. And everything that you don't have in your life is who you think you are not. Everything. Okay? Everything. What does Fariha say? I need someone to take care of me financially. Yeah, that's your belief system. If you believe that, right? If you believe I cannot do things on my own, if you believe that, that is why 80% of your results are your mindset. Okay? I cannot see the abundance that God has for me. You cannot. And that is why that, for me in my own life, the most tragic thing will be the day if I have the honor and the privilege of standing in front of my Creator. And he looks at me and he tells me to look over there and he says, do you know what? And he calls you by your name and your father's name and your mother's name, and he tells you, I want to show you all the abundance that was yours, all the abundance I had written for you in your lifetime, for this life and the afterlife. And you didn't go get it. You just didn't. You didn't unturn the stones. You didn't open all the curtains. You didn't unlock every door. You didn't go and knock on every door. You didn't ask every single person. Yes, your mindset is going to make you or break you. Your mindset is what you've created in your life. If you look at your life and you look at your bank account and you look at your relationships and you look at your body and you look at your things that you think about, you created that with your thinking. Your thinking and your mindset and how you look at life created the life you have today. Once you start changing your mindset, you start changing your results. Okay? You change your thoughts, you change how you see your life, you change your actions, you change your behavior, you change how you show up, you change your results, you change your life. And that's all that is going on here. It's just a mathematical equation. I did not pursue all my possibilities and opportunities. Of course not. None of us did. None of us did, because you see, you are a creation of the Almighty. And He, the Almighty, is the most generous. He is the rich, and He provides, and He wants you to have the best of both worlds, here and then the hereafter. And this is your opportunity to say, what was I thinking? And guess what? Can I forgive myself for all of that that's happened? And how do I recreate myself in a whole new way that is unrecognizable? How do I recreate myself in a way that I couldn't do before, or I didn't do before? Okay? And that's what it all is. And that's what the rules is. I'm just looking at my notes here to make sure that I'm giving all of you guys all this good stuff. Okay? Because I'll tell you, as you continue to live life a certain way, and I'm going to put certain way in quotes unquotes, you will get the same old, same old. Okay, the definition of insanity is you spend, you do the thing the same way over and over again, and you expect a different result. You keep baking the cake the same way, and you think it's going to turn out differently. You got to change the recipe, change the ingredients, change the methodology, change who you are, and then you're going to get different results. And you must do it consistently all the time and make a commitment that you want that thing. You got to fall in love with your future 100,000 times more than you are stuck with the excuses of your past. You got to fall in love 100,000 times more with your future than the comfort of what you've already had in the past. You got to fall in love with your future 100,000 times more than anything else that you've experienced, right? And you've got to go on a killing spree. You got to kill all the rules. You got to break down all the barriers. You got to say, I am going to kill all of those rules, break all the rules, and I will not be denied this extraordinary future that I want. No matter how long it takes, I am in it to win it. Okay, now if you want to have a conversation with me, you want to talk about creating something in the future, book a call. Okay, just do #talk right now. Inside of the comments right now, #talk, TALK. And one of our community managers or myself will reach out to you. You can book a call if you want to go directly to that, right? That's all you need to do. Book a call with me. Add Fatima to your recipe. I love that, Habiba. Yeah, exactly. You want me in your circle. You want me in your circle. You want me over there. Kill the rules. I will not be denied. Yeah, kill the rules. Kill that person you used to be. Just be like, you know what? What is the worst that's going to happen if I fall in love with my future and I focus on that for the next 5 years? I mean, come on. You have been doing the same old thing for how long now? 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. How's that working for you? It isn't. It isn't working. And if you want something new and you want a family first business and you want flexibility and you want abundance and you want to create your 6 figures in the next 12 months, you definitely want to talk to me. I am definitely the girl you want to be talking to. Okay? That's right. Upgrade the programming. Upgrade the programming because that's what's running your life. That's what's running your life every single day, all the time. Okay? Now, here's something interesting about your belief system. And if you didn't know this already, this is how we're going to wrap up the call. We've got a few more minutes on it. If you got any questions, ask me the questions. But here is what I want to tell you. Whatever you believe, you are 100% right. Whatever you believe. So if you believe that a man is a financial plan, then you are right. If you believe that you need someone to take care of you, you are right. If you believe that there are no customers out there, you are right. If you believe that you suck on a video and no one's going to buy, you are right. If you believe that, all rich people are crooks, you are right. And if you believe that there is abundance everywhere, you are right. And if you believe that perfect practice makes perfect and you are going to get the right clients, you are right. You're always right, whatever you believe. That's why when someone has a conversation with me and they start telling me all kinds of stuff and they are this and their husband is this and this is this and their children are this, I say to them, you are right. 100% right. Whatever you believe, you are right. If you believe that you attract the best clients and they've got the money to invest and your program is making a difference, you are right. Everything you say about you and the world and your children and your family and the clients, you are 100% right. So people will say we live in this world, and I'm going to tell you that is not a correct statement. You don't live in this world. You live in your mind. You live in your mind and you have filters on how you see the world. That's why when you talk to people and they don't see it your way, because they don't have those same rules. They didn't learn the same things as you. And then all the different self-programmings and erases. I have erased and killed and, cremated and murdered almost all of my old belief systems. And it's taken me a very long time to work on transforming all of those old, negative, outdated systems that no longer serve me. Because you know what? I got sick and tired of being miserable. I got sick and tired of being homeless. I got sick and tired of collecting a welfare check. I got sick and tired of telling my kids we can't afford it. I got sick and tired of running. I got sick and tired. I got so sick and tired, I got mad and I got angry at myself. And anger is a very good emotion for creativity. And I focused and I took all my anger and I laser focused in on what do I want? And then I got busy. Massive action, massive action. After 10 years of hard work, they say he became an overnight success. It's only because you see that overnight success, but you don't know what goes on in the background. Mind over matter. Mind. Right? And so what I'm showing you is what's possible for you. You can get that life that you want, the body, the relationship, the children, the health, the money, the clients, the business. You can have all of that, and that's the amazing great news. The amazing great news is you are in charge. You are in charge. Okay? And you can get all of that. So if it's time for you to break those rules and kill the rules and cremate the rules and create something completely new, you want to get on a phone with me. Just do #talk and one of us will contact you, or go to speakwithfatima.com and book a call with me, and I'll tell you, it will be a wonderful time. We'll have a great conversation together. There's no hard sales. I'm not going to convince you of anything. We're just going to have a conversation to see if you and I make a good fit and how serious you are about change. That's all. Nothing else will be going on in the conversation. I promise you. I have people that come back to me years later and say, that conversation we had, it was so wonderful. You didn't push me. You didn't tell me, ask me for my credit card or anything. And I think I'm ready now. I think I'm ready. And you know what? When you're ready, you'll be ready. But if you want to have a phone call and you think that you want to really start your 2021 off on an amazing note, and you're so sick and tired of what you've been creating in your life, and you are so done with 2020, do #talk. #talk in your comments, and let's have a conversation. Let's have a conversation, and go ahead and ask me all your questions. If you're listening this on the replay, do #replay, and we'll know where you are and how I can connect with you. And if you've got any questions about rules, what we do here, how do you create the life that you want, build up your confidence, create that coaching program that you are just, you know you were meant for more, right? You know you're here and you were meant for more. So if you're a soulful woman and you want to create something extraordinary, you're in the right place. You're absolutely in the right place. So that's all I got for you. Give me one aha, What was that one epiphany? What was that one thing that you got out of this call? What did you learn from all the outdated rules that you were following? Give me one epiphany, one aha moment, one thing you got out of this call. Make my day. Tell me what it is. Sadia is like, talk. Okay, awesome, Sadia. Fariha, you know you're meant for an amazing life. That's right. That's right. Okay, the tiger story. Anne was really moved by the tiger story. Aha, says Fariha. Okay. What was that one thing that you got out of this call? Okay, what moved you and touched you and inspired you, got you excited? If you want to book a call, do #talk. Let's get your life aligned and bring some money in your life. The world belongs to me. Yes, 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 Soha, the world belongs to you. Exactly. And if you say that, you are right. You are 100% right. Faria says, the rule that men are the owner, I need other people. I can decide to change your rules anytime. That's right. Right. Erase, get your white out, paint over it, rewrite the rules. Okay, you know that quote, okay? Well-behaved women never made history. Okay, well-behaved women never made history. And I want you to look at the women in your life, whatever your faith is and whatever your religion is and whatever your culture is and your background, look at those women that came from that. Look at the women in history and you will notice the most well-behaved women. When I say well-behaved according to society, they never made history. They never made a difference. They never changed the world. So if you are going to be that woman that is going to change your life and change the lives of others and your family and your bank account, you got to go out there and break all the rules that no longer serve you. Okay, and I'm not talking about doing anything that is illegal or haram or outside of your religion. I'm talking about rules and belief system that keep you stuck, struggling, and invisible. Okay? Awesome, awesome, awesome. I love you all. Put #talk. Book a call with me. I'd love to get on the phone with you. I want to be here and I'm committed to helping you break all those negative belief systems, old outdated programming, all those crazy unwritten rules that they created for you that kept you far, kept you small, kept you tiny, because you are glorious and brilliant and beautiful and magnificent. And it's time for you to step into that light. Okay, do #talk. I love each and every one of you. Bye for now.